Okay. Looks like nobody's here, as per usual. Very nice. Okay, so for the benefit of the people watching this is the part we're dealing with. We got kind of a funny lump thing. I'll pause it for a sec. This guy's issue is that he can't figure out how fillets work. So he then goes over to show this guy, which is where he's gotten to, which is pretty good. I mean, it's got sort of the bulk of the geometry there, but he's missing those two fillets. So I'm going to model it the way that he did first, and then I'm going to tackle it. Well, I'll model it the way he did, and then I think I can go back and tweak the part and show how to make that without any of sort of the without the problem that he's run into, because I think this is a pretty easy thing to fix. So I'm just gonna go hide that. I'm gonna bring up a print on a different screen, and we're gonna hop to it. So first up, I'm gonna do. Actually, do I want to throw the print up? Yeah, let me throw the print up. Browser, source visible, local file. Hey, check it out. Good streamer, man. Cool, okay, so you can see what I can see, and I can see what I need to see. So let's start with, well, I'll just leave it on the drawing. So I'm gonna draw it the way that he drew it, which is this sort of, oops, sort of roundabout. Oh my god, more fillets. Yeah, I'm adding the fillets. Doing them in the sketch this time though, because I'm a cool kid. Not that you should add fillets in the sketches every time. There's sometimes when there are those sketches that depend on other things you need to avoid doing in the sketch. So I think this one is 0.4. This is 4 inches, and that got it all jacked up. And equal and collinear to make a nice floor. Those are equal. Keep it 0.5. And this, for some reason, is dimensioned from right here. I don't know who would ever dimension this way, but it's bad and dumb, and you shouldn't do that. Agree to disagree, more fillets. Look, I'll put more fillets on it at the end. 2.5 inches tall. That's that set of features. Do a midplane because I'm a cool kid. That looks like 2.4 inches. It's not really perfect, but it's close enough. Oh, this will be a little annoying. So this, whoever drew this decided that this needed to be like kind of its own weird thing. And it's just doing it. It's just really going for it. This is 1.4. And I'm going to be a git. I want to select the midpoint and make it vertical. So it's easier that way. And those aren't equal, but they are now. Nice. So this will just be an extruded cut through wall to make that make those sort of arches on the sides. Then we're going to come up here and probably let's go with this big guy here in the center first. Oh god, I can't tell how wide that is. I photoshopped this. I tried to. This is 2020-2021, I think, the educational version. Actually, hang on. No, I can just boink. Yep, 2020-2021. Via the ever gracious. Oh my god, I cannot figure out what number that is. Okay, so give you some context. Drawing, math. That looked this number right here looks like 2.4 inches minus what looks like 0.73 inches times 2 is 0.94, 0.95. I'm just going to go with 0.95. Whoops, I need that tab back because that's the one I'm using. Oh, yeah, I also have dark mode on because all the cool kids use dark mode. And point. Okay. The depth there is 0.15. And we're going to do another extruded cut. Actually, I want to do the extruded cut for the middle bit before the other bit because I don't know, I had a reason for it when I started that sentence, and then I didn't by the end. Boink, 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 boink. Whoops, shit, I hit escape instead of enter. The other thing you can do is right click, that's why you get that little green check mark there if you don't move your mouse too much. And those radii are 0.14. And then we've got some dimensions. Bollocks, they don't describe how high that is. Oh, no, wait, they do. Yeah, okay. So, for whatever fucking reason, they've decided to dimension this as distance here at 0.48. And that'll be, because it's still merged there, it's still controlled. And then they've got, oh, that's right, here's the screwy part. So, the way this guy modeled this, doing this feature before he did the cutouts over here, these kind of swoopy cutouts, it's impossible to define this identically with the drawing, so instead I'm going to have to go, okay, this is 3 inches, these are 6 3 inches. It's probably 625 because rounding 1/8 of inches, and because this, for some reason this is all in only 2 significant figures, but 3 inches minus 0.625 inches times 2, 1.75 inches. That seems pretty reasonable. There's not another dimension on there, so it's not over-constrained, but I'm just going to go with, whoops, keep disappearing my drawings. I'm just going to go with like 1.75. That's nice and reasonable. And then, also according to the drawing, this is 0.3 inches down. And then we have both of those features. Do a quick hole wizard. Yep, God, I need to fix that. It's so annoying. This is not metric. These are 0.3 inches roughly. I don't know. I'm just gonna reset the sizing values. That's the inch. Drill sizes. Oh, come on. And I don't remember which one's supposed to be 0.3 inches, so I'm gonna do a quick fun fact. Drill chart? No. Image drill chart. Just do a quick to expand. Oh, come on. Zoom in. Zoom in. Come on. This one didn't work. Okay. Hang on. This is what happens every single time is I try to go and find... Cool, we don't have one that's 0.3 inches, so that hole's just going to be made custom sizing 0.3. And a quick rectangle to give me all my points. Poink, 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 poink. Whoops, that one's not on the corner. There we go. No. Fuck, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make that construction. That's really more of a personal choice thing. I like to have all of my geometry that's not making structures be, I'd like it to be words, but it can't be words because I can't remember what words are. Okay, so it's 3 inches on the outside and 0.3 inwards, so this is going to be, oh, 2.4. That already says. I just can't read. Then it's 1.75. And I don't remember if I set those to be up to next. It's not really necessary. Yeah, but up to next is a lot safer. Okay, so what our hero did is... Oh, wait, I'm still missing a hole. I'm just going to do it with an extruded cut, because I'm lazy. Boop. Master for this sort of thing, too. 0.95? I can't really tell. Looks about right scale-wise in the drawing, so it's going to be 0.95. Up to next. I'm more okay with using big extrude cuts rather than hole wizards for big single holes like this, because it's the sort of thing where you want it to be just exactly this size, and you don't want to use custom sizing in the hole feature, and you don't want to... I mean, sometimes it matters if you want to have your hole callouts be exactly right, or if your company has drafting standards for those hole callouts, but generally speaking, I'm kind of okay with doing this sort of single op extrude cut. For a little while, when my hole wizard wasn't working, I got used to sketching out points of patterns and then making a plane with a line and a point in that pattern and using that to make a revolve and a cut to shape the bottom of my holes. That is garbage. You should never do that. But it was the only way I could make properly shaped holes, which was really dicey. Fun side effects of having multiple SolidWorks installs. Okay, so this is how far our hero got in the original video, which I'm going to go pull up here. Our CAD. Boink. Okay, so this guy, he got this far. He got all... Actually, hang on. Skip ahead a little. Okay. What? No? You can give me back my part. Here we go. Okay, so we got hole holes. Yeah, that looks pretty close. Yeah, close enough. So the way I would go about doing this now is I would probably start with an extruded cut. Like if I, for some reason, ended up at this model, if I didn't want to change anything else, or if I had other features that would be breaking, front plane, just because it's good to do sketches from there. We're going to come down, and we're going to make our two arcs. I'm assuming they're tangent because they're not marked as otherwise, but if that's not something that's safe to assume, don't assume that for sure. But 0.5, 1 inch, and based on the drawing, we know this is 1.45. Cool, okay, so that gives us half of it, but it's a symmetrical feature, so we come down here and do a little bit of this. I could have also probably, if you wanted to do it quickly, here. If you wanted to do it quickly, rather than showing you that, you can make a construction line in the middle where you want your stuff to be mirrored across. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Here. Mirror entities, entities to mirror all of these ones, mirror about this line, boink, and then you're set. Now, feature for this is we know that's 3 inches across, and we have to have both sides in order for that to work. I'm gonna put that kind of there-ish, just because I like having my dimensions being kind of same locations. That's how I would do this if I couldn't go back and change the original part geometry, or if I was handed a step file, but that's not really... I don't like to do cut features like that later. I like to have sort of as much of my geometry defined as early in sketches as possible. So instead what I'm going to do is I'll get rid of that, I'll get rid of its sketch, and then I'll come back here to the first sketch in the first feature, and I'll say... I guess I have to use funky arcs here, but do this as early as you can, and I think I'm gonna use the mirror feature here too, just because there's no reason not to. I like centering them on the origin because that gives you a nice reference for making sure it's centered. So 0.5, 1, and tangent, and tangent. We're gonna trim these guys. And I just realized I didn't give that a nice point to reference to. So what I can do is I can make a point that these two coincide with, and then merge that, and then it just solves itself. So then we'll do a quick mirror entities for these two guys. Mirror about this one. Trim those off, and that gets, of course, rid of my height dimension, but you can just add that right back. And then 3 inches. And why isn't it constrained? Oh, right, I forgot one dimension down here. This is 1.45. But that's how I would do that, is I would go back to the start and I would make that feature in as early as I could. I don't think I really have anything else to show for this, but just if it's important to think about profiles really early on so that you're limiting how many extra features that you have to add. It's I guess kind of a challenge on the SolidWorks forums is what's the minimum number of features you can use for a part. So think, okay, what are my most detailed profiles, and start with those so you can get as much out of the way as soon as you can, and it helps you model faster too. So Model Monday, competitions with Too Tall Toby, and I mean, you shouldn't really be modeling things as fast as you can. You should be modeling them safely, but when you have practices that help you model quickly, they also help you fix problems quickly. So if you break something earlier in your tree, or there's something that you missed and you need to change that dimension, it's really good to know tips on how to go back and say, okay, I want this feature earlier, and I want it as early as I could get it, so long as it doesn't break other things. I mean, again, that's a little bit design intent, but it's worth thinking about. So I think I've been streaming now for all of... how long does it say I've been streaming for? 20 minutes? Really? Doesn't feel like that long. Oh no, only 20 minutes or so. Yeah. To Irrational Frenzy, I hope you find this useful. Everyone else, I hope you learned something. Have a nice day.